Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to my ban list discussion video because I already saw the ban list and so I can't react to it. I couldn't help myself. I saw that the ban list was out. I was like, whoa, ban list! Which, like, I expected it to be out, but I don't know, this one's weird because I felt like nothing in the format really needed to be hit, but, you know, it was ban list time, and they changed a lot of things, which I was not expecting. So I'm just going to give my brief thoughts, given my prestigious title as somebody who has won a locals once. You know, I've done that. I've even done it like 5 times even. So I'm pretty good at Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, I'm basically a world champion if you think about it. So let's go over the hits. Starting with band, Agito and Kekbek. I mean, yeah, these were always gonna have to go eventually. Together they just mill 10. That doesn't seem very fair. It kind of sucks though, cause like Tier Lament was finally in a cool spot where like it was a good deck again, even without half of its cards. And this will probably kill the deck again. Like, what can Tier do without Agito, Kelbeck, no Chaos Ruler? This music is very fitting right now. It's a sad day if you're a Tier Limit gamer. Speaking of sad day, Mathmech Circular Band. Why did Mathmech catch a stray? There are like 30 decks topping YCS's right now, and Mathmech wasn't even one of them, I don't think. People really hate this deck, so maybe that's why. I mean, the card is broken, but like, I don't know, Mathmech wasn't doing anything. This just feels like a big middle finger. Maybe it's because I hit some of the other decks, but I don't know. It just seems weird. Isolde, banned. This should have happened like 5 years ago. I guess it didn't really have a home in any tier 1 decks until exactly now. I guess it took both Infernoble and Mikanko being good and both playing this card for it to finally get banned. I'm just surprised it took this long. That's all I gotta say. This card does so much. We have Harp Horror. This should have happened forever ago as well. Like, this deck's at like full power, minus Nightmare Unicorn, obviously. Not Unicorn, Nightmare Mermaid. Minus Nightmare Mermaid, which like obviously can't come back. But other than that, this deck's at like full power in Master Duel, and doesn't do anything because the deck is not good anymore. It's 2023. We have progressed past Orcust being a top deck. This could have come back so long ago. This one's funny. They put Redox back to 1, but not Title. Not sure what's up with that. You could just put them all back. You know, like a year ago, it would have blown my mind to see this. But now I have done a 180, and I kind of think these cards suck now. Redox especially is just weird because it's just like a worse Vernisylph. I don't know. What would you even play this card in is my thing. I think it's weird more so that they didn't put Title back to 1. Like, what's up with that? They just hate Title. Airlifter. I'm going to be honest. I should know how Rescue Ace works by now, and I do, but I don't remember which is which. But I think Airlifter to 1 probably does something. It's weird because Rescue Ace can already like search its whole engine with the Sinful Spoil stuff, so it's not like as big of a hit. But I guess it's like less repeatable. I don't know. I don't know. Against Rescue Ace, you know, I just stop the one that sets the 4, and then I hope I win after that point. Unchained Soul of Sharvara. You know, Unchained was a perfectly fair deck, but I also hate it because I've always hated Unchained, even when the deck was bad, because it's like I destroy their guys and then it just makes more guys, and then I destroy those guys and it makes more guys. If I'm playing a deck that like only has destruction removal, I just lose because they just keep coming back and it's annoying. So I hate them. So good hit all the Unchained cards. Okay, so this one's a middle finger to me specifically. What's going on here? Sun Avalon, Dryas, and Healer. So you can still do the combo, but you can't do it again. You can't do it like a second time. And also you can't use Dryas as just like a way to get something into grave off field, which does come up. This definitely does hurt the decks. Like, it there's a lot of like fringe scenarios that just like you can't play through now, and like a follow-up turn isn't really gonna happen because you can't do the Sun Avalon stuff a second time. The deck is still playable for sure, and I probably will still play it. But yeah, I was playing like 2 Dryas, 2 Healer. A lot of people play 3 Dryas, 2 Healer. So for me, this does take 2 cards out of the extra. But you know what? Maybe this is actually a buff, because now we have room for the new Aroma support. I can play the new Blue Girl Link monster. I have space now. So actually, it's fine. Ib, I got into the game around the same time this card got banned, so I never played against it. I don't even really remember what it does. I know the card was like insane back then, but I don't know if it's still insane now. I mean, post-Po, the game is just like a different game now, so I have no clue if Ib is still like good. It's like it's weird because it's a level 5, right? So you have to make a level 5 synchro. No deck's really doing that right now. This card was really good with Helk, I think. I don't even know if it was legal at the same time as Helk, though. But it seems like the kind of card that would have been good with Helk. But Helk is never coming back, so I don't know. People have to brew with this. It's kind of unclear if it's going to be good or not. It could be insane. It could do nothing. Who knows? Snatch Steal. Everyone's freaking out about this because there's a format like 2014 where they brought this back for 3 months and it ruined the format. I don't know how to tell you guys this. 2014 was like 9 years ago. I don't think this card is going to do anything. You can't even, like, do the equip spell thing with Isolde because it's banned. So, I don't know. Snatch Steal really going to do anything? People only play Change of Heart as, like, a thrust target. Ban Thrust, by the way. That card should have been on here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Snatch Steal won't do anything. It's fine. It's like you could throw it in your side deck, I guess. It's cool for Sky Striker. This list actually has 3 buffs to Sky Striker. And you know what the worst part is? I think the deck still sucks, but I might try play it. We'll see. Okay, now we're at the best part of the list. Gozen, Rivalry, and Teekboo, all limited. I'm upset they're not banned, but I am very happy that they're at 1. You're going to see them way less. Prosperity's still at 3, so you could still find them off like a Prosperity. It's going to really suck when I Prosperity and find Teekboo in VS and just sack my opponent. But you know what? All I got to say is rip bozos. Suck my dick. I don't like these cards. They're stupid. They're so lame. They see into the future. I just hate them. I wish Skill Drain was also on here, but oh well. This is a good start. It took them so long to hit any of these floodgates, but we're finally here. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I hate these cards. Pink. Pink is interesting. This card's like good. People were playing it at 1 sometimes still, even to this day. I've seen it pop up in side decks. So I think it will see play at 2. Like, it's just a really good card. I know Fenrir has kind of replaced it, but the thing about Fenrir is that its effect to banish something happens on a new chain. Whereas Pink, you can just chain it to something, which is, I feel, a lot stronger. I kind of feel like that's what makes Fenrir fair. I'll talk about the cards that didn't get hit at the end, and then I'll talk about Fenrir. I still have a little bit of a cough. I had COVID. I'm better now. I don't feel sick anymore, but the cough is still kind of there. But yeah, Pink, it'll probably see play at 2. It's cool. Terror Top, sure, this card's fine. We don't have Invoker yet, unbanned in TCG, so it's whatever. Pearly Sleepy Memory. Yeah, I can't tell any of the Pearly spells apart. They all look the same to me. Is that? I think Sleepy's good, and now you can't guarantee it off of the Reveal 3 card, so it hits Pearly a little bit. Sure. I don't like Pearly either, honestly. It's kind of annoying to play against. Infernity Archfiend. This card could have come back ages ago. Unicorn. I don't know why they left this at 2 after they unbanned Arise Heart. This should have happened already, but yeah, okay, it's unlimited now. Cash is kind of cool without Arise Heart now. I like the brews people have come up with. It has topped a couple of times. And honestly, I might mess around with the cash cards a little bit now that Unicorn's at 3 and Fenrir didn't get hit. Mind Control. Unlimited. Yeah, what was this card doing at 1? It wasn't doing anything. At 3, you can play in Sky Striker. That's about it. I don't know. It's fine. Desires. I mean, I don't have a lot to say about Desires. They just can't figure out where they want this card. Is that 1 and then 2 and then 3? They just can't make up their minds. But yeah, sure, whatever. It's at 3. Judgment. This card sucks. It's crazy that like the Dragon Rulers and Spellbook of Judgment are just like unplayable now. But yeah, what does this card do? Adds 4 in the end phase? Oh man, the end phase. No way. Yeah, this card sucks. Starter. Why was this still at 2? This should have happened already. Upstart Goblin. Yeah, I used to think this card was broken, and then I played Master Duel. And I still think this card is broken if like Chicken Game and all those other stupid draws are legal. Because then that stupid Pendulum deck is like playable. And I hate that Pendulum deck. But with just Goblin and no Chicken Game, this card's fine at 3. The thing with Upstart now is it's like, you'd rather that be like a hand trap that can actually do something on your opponent's turn. Or like a starter for your whole combo. Like how many times are you gonna like go to your turn, activate Upstart, and you draw like an Ash Blossom, and you're like, wow, I'm sure glad I drew an Ash on my turn. Like, it's a decent card. And again, Sky Striker buff. Really good in Sky Striker. Sky Striker will still be bad. I hate to say it. So yeah, that's all the changes. There's a lot of changes, and you know what? Most of them are actually pretty cool. The only one I like actively dislike is the Sun Avalon ones. And I kind of dislike Agito and Kelbeck. They're so fun, but they're so broken, so it's like, I get it. But what about the stuff that didn't get hit? Fenrir. Fenrir is a kind of a... People are very split on it. Some people hate it, some people like it. I'm on Team Fenrir. Fenrir has quickly become one of my favorite cards in the game. The card is so cool. It, like... Well, one, I have Versus Vanquish Soul. And Fenrir is just an honorary Vanquish Soul. It's a big guy that can get you either another Earth or a Fire. It's really cool. But also, I don't know, I just think the card is well designed. It yeah, it's a big guy you throw down, but its banish effect happens on a new chain, so it's really telegraphed. Like, your opponent gets to choose when Fenrir gets to trigger, right? So it makes it very, like, fair to play against. Like, I feel like this card is fun to play with, but it's also not unfun to play against because of how telegraphed it is and how well you can play around it. So, like, I really like Fenrir. I think it's a healthy card for the metagame, and I think it should be at 3. And Konami agrees with me so far, so I'm happy to see that I still get to play my 3 Fenrirs. I think it's a cool card. Runic. Runic just won a YCS. It did not get hit. I'm also okay with this. I think Runic is fine. Especially with all these floodgates hit. Like, the stun Runic deck, that deck isn't even good, but it's just annoying. But, like, the Runic decks that play the Runic spells, it's like instant fusions to go into cool Synchro and Xyz and stuff. Those decks are cool, and I really like them. So I'm glad that Runic survived, because, I don't know, I just think the cards are cool when they're used for good. And, you know, banning floodgates is a way to make sure they are only used for good. Also, the Runic cards are still super cheap, so, like, I think it's a cool, like, budget option. Like, if you're new to the game, you could just, like, buy the Runic cards and then, like, combine them with something, and there you go! You got a budget deck. That's strong. That's cool. Prosperity didn't get hit. I think it should be hit, but I also am glad they didn't hit it because the card is only now affordable. You know, give us budget players some time to mess around with Prosperity. I'm okay with it being legal a little longer. You know, my Vanquish Soul deck is still full power, except for it lost 2 Teak Boos, but screw Teak Boo anyway. But yeah, anyway, I'm playing Virtual World now, so all this does to that deck is we get another Desires if I want to. I might not even, though. I don't know what I'd cut for it. I'm already running 41 cards. I don't really want to run 42, and I don't know what I'd cut. Yeah, I don't know. This list is good. It has a lot of hits on it, but a lot of these are like stuff that should have happened ages ago. Or are like really like little slap on the wrist kind of hits. I should probably wrap this up because the more I'm talking, the more my throat is like, bro, you just got over a sickness. You should stop talking. But yeah, I don't know. This is I'm just gonna star P myself, probably. Is there any other cards that, like, didn't get hit that I kind of thought would? Not really. I'll be interested to see what this does with the format. The only thing I'm worried about is that, like, the format was in a really good spot before this list. And this is a lot of changes, and some of the top decks did get slapped on the wrist. So I'm a little worried that, like, the format will become not as cool. But we'll see. I think the format's probably still going to be fine. But, I mean, you think about the top decks, like Isolde, that hits Mikanko and Infernoble. Airlifter hits Rescue Ace. This hits Unchained. This hits Tyr. Tyr's just dead. Pearly got a little hit. Like, these are all, like, top decks. But, you know, like, Runic variants are still around. You can still play the Cash deck. Sprite variants are, like, still legal. All of the other random rogue stuff that's been topping, like Generator and Virtual World and the 50 other rogue decks that have topped recently, are still fine. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll be okay. I think that's all I got to say, though. Fenrir to 5. Yeah.